Howdy, it's Jace. I was talking with a client this week who shared with me that he was struggling to have that daily connection with a power greater than himself, that he wasn't making time for that one on one intentional connection with the great beyond, the creator, whatever you want to call it. That he was doing other recovery work and then finding that he was replacing his intentional contact with that recovery work. Undoubtedly, a higher power is involved in all things, especially recovery work, but it is important to have that intentionally be part of our day. So I shared with him a technique that I use daily. It's one of the favorite things that I do. It was not in the beginning intended to connect me with a higher power really, or any of the effects that it has had, but that's exactly what has happened. So this is something that you can do 3 times a day if you eat 3 meals a day, or however many times you eat a meal. So what I do right before I'm about to eat, I close my eyes and I take a few seconds, not a particularly long time. I think about the food on my plate, and I think about where it came from and all of the people that have been involved in getting it from the field. I'm a vegetarian, so usually my things come from fields, and planting it, nurturing it, harvesting it, collecting it, preparing it, shipping it, storing it, packaging it, selling it, transporting it, and then all of the people that are involved in each level of running a business. Like there's several accountants involved in getting even lettuce to my plate, right? So I think about those people, and I'll usually imagine some of those folks in my head. Oh, yeah, I don't know exactly what they look like, but I create a person. I just think about all of the steps, people, countries, companies, industry, all of that is involved in me getting any one item to my plate. And, then of course you can expand that out because most of us don't just eat one item. We eat a combination of things each meal. You don't have to necessarily sit and think about every single thing, but just the magnitude of people involved in getting a meal here, and the fact that we can have food from all over the world. We pick it up easily at a grocery store that's usually in our neighborhood. They've all brought it to one place. It's not terribly expensive either. And so I'm able to eat a meal from all over the world with minimal effort and cost. That's actually pretty amazing. So in this process, as I started doing this every day, for me, it was a practice to be more mindful while eating, a habit that I used to do a lot, and I still have it in my life sometimes, is watching something while eating. So watching a movie or a show or YouTube or something, honestly, because I was lonely. I think that's why we often watch any kind of video or movies or whatever. It's just out of being lonely and wanting human connection. And so in an attempt to be more present while I was eating, I started this practice of thinking about the items on my plate and all of the people involved to get them to me. And in time, and not a long time, I realized how humbling it is in a really positive way, which of course puts me in my rightful place as just one piece of this grand puzzle, which immediately connects me with all things greater than myself, which everything is. And it just like naturally connected me with the higher realm as well. So it was grounding and uplifting all at the same time for nothing more than 30 or 60 seconds before each meal. And I'll tell you, fun side benefit is that my food tastes way better now too. And it gave me an opportunity to learn more about food as well. So that is a tool that I encourage you to give a try, whether you need extra time with your higher power or not. It's really powerful and only brings forth great benefit with pretty little effort as well. It's a good bang for your buck. I also think it would make a really great documentary film or series. So I'd love to host that. If anyone wants to fund it, give me a holler on my website. You can also find resources, ways to get in contact with me, ways to work with me, both free and paid if you are interested. That is jacedowney.com. Feel free to subscribe here or follow and do all the things that you're supposed to say at the end of a video. And I will catch y'all next time. Until then, don't settle for sober. It's only the beginning.